Now, were you always the girl who had kind of boy issues or no?
Um, yeah, yep, yeah.
No,
I was
it's
gonna
fine.
try to figure out how to phrase that.
I
to
mean,
make
phrase it
myself
how you
sound
want.
better.
Don't let me. But yes, you would say so.
Yeah, it was they some of the worst guys ever. Really hot, smoking hot, but really guys, and I had a tendency to stick around for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Big Bang. Today is Thursday. It is November 13th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Before we get going, when I talk about game time, the NFL is back. Tailgates, pack stands, that buzz before kickoff. But getting in, it's a nightmare. You got queues, you got price jumps, you're getting logged out mid-click. And all you want to do is be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. Well, the Game Time app gives you experience and the advantage back to the fans. It's a hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. And the Game Time guarantee means that you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, the fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay. I was looking at tickets for Bears Steelers. It's next Sunday. Looking like a little over $300. It's a good price. Obviously, the Bears are hot right now. Steelers are a playoff team too, so you can get in the door for a solid price there. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets, NFL tickets specifically, with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Also, Blue Chew, guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. It's not sex anymore. It's a superhero origin story. The Girthinator rises, coming near you. Guys, this isn't just about performance. This is about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code DOGWALK at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And a big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Annika is my guest today. She's in studio. Welcome in, Annika.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
I'm excited to have you. We tried to do this a couple weeks ago, I think. Didn't work out. So I know I didn't work out because we did that fucking Barstool After Dark.
You were here till 8 a.m.
Yes, with the bags. It's like, hey, I got to go home.
Yeah.
I think I ran a best of that week, right, Lance?
Yeah.
Yeah, those fucking challenges throw off everything. You've done some, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they shoved you in the fart box.
I've done fart box. I did the milk mile. That one hurt. That was
Yes.
one of the most painful.
Yeah,
Milk mile.
yeah. No, it's the show just it wrecks you.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
absolutely wrecks you.
I'm lucky though. I haven't done one of the ones that lasts 13 hours.
Overnight?
Yeah.
Are you good with not getting the amount of sleep that you need?
No.
No?
I wish I was.
Yeah.
I actually talked to my doctor about it. I'm like, I need 10 hours of sleep and I hate that I need 10 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So what time do you go to bed every day?
9.
You go to bed at 9?
Go to bed at 9,
No
wake up
way.
at 7:30
Wow.
about. Yeah, and that's if I don't have an alarm, I could sleep 12 hours every night and have no issues. That would be the dream situation, but that's just not realistic for life.
Wow. That's wild.
Hmm.
I mean, I understand the 10 because I think everyone's saying 8 hours, 8 hours. Like, everyone's different. So that never really made sense to me.
But I mean, people sleep for 4 or 5 hours a night and they're totally functional.
Yeah.
I wish I was one of those people.
Yeah. No, I get that. But 9 is like, don't you feel like you're missing the world? Like you're missing or not missing
Yes,
out
I
or not?
do.
You do?
Yes, absolutely.
But it's like no questions asked, 9 p.m. You're just like dog tired.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
And that's
8:30,
it.
I lay in bed, asleep by 9, 9:30 latest.
So if someone makes like an 8 o'clock dinner reservation, are you like, I'm out?
If it's a weekend,
You're fine.
I'm good. Yeah, but for
Okay.
weeknights, I try to keep my plans to a minimum.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's bad. And also, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening who go to bed at 9. But no, what time in the weekend are you?
It depends. If it's a night out, it
Mhm.
could be 2 o'clock in the morning. But even on nights out, Hannah and I go out a decent bit. They're always out later than I am. I can't
Yeah, you
make
always-
it. I start crashing.
Yeah, you call the first Uber out.
Yep.
Okay.
Always.
So what time do you start like yawning on a weekend?
is literally as soon as I have 1 or 2 drinks, I'm already yawning.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Obviously, you're boozing. It's going to make you more tired.
Probably first yawn 9:30.
Okay, so like
Early.
right around your bed.
Yeah,
Like right your bedtime. That makes a lot of sense. So you're from Southern California?
Yes.
Where specifically?
Orange County, Tustin. So I'm like 20 minutes inland of Newport Beach, 20 minutes away from Disneyland, 2 hours away from the mountains.
Okay. Is OC, am I right or wrong when I say OC? Isn't OC like the bad boys of Southern California?
Is it?
I don't know. I think I've heard that. Isn't that the place where like they lean a little differently and like, no, am I wrong? Is that the right spot?
I have never heard that,
No.
but if that was the case, I wouldn't be all that surprised.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Have you heard that? Do you know what I'm saying?
The Orange County that I'm familiar with is kind of like rich suburban kids. Like I'm
No,
familiar with the
yeah.
Newport Beach of Orange County.
Okay.
Not much else.
All right. Maybe I got that mixed up. I don't know what I got that mixed up with, but I think I remember
I'm
hearing that at
curious.
some point. But is it because Orange County? That's like Laguna Beach and shit. No, did I get that right or no?
Laguna might be. I don't remember if Laguna's right outside Orange County or if Laguna's part of Orange County.
Mm.
That's something I definitely should know.
Yeah.
I
mean, you could have been on that show if you were older.
I know.
You ever think about that?
Got my big break from Barstool instead.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
I'll take that any day.
So you were what, 23?
When I got hired?
No, now.
Now? 23, yeah.
So you're 23. You got hired when you were 22 last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you went to U of A. I know that.
Yep.
And so what did you go to school for?
Business marketing.
Okay.
And I was planning on going into commercial real estate post-grad.
Okay.
So I did a little 180.
Okay, so you're going to do commercial real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And why did that change?
Barstool picked me up.
So why did they pick you up though? Like,
So-
what did you do?
It actually is. It's a very random story. I was basically the same as any other college girl, where it's, ha ha ha, I don't want to get a real job. I'm gonna start doing social media, and I made that joke to my friends multiple times. And then one of my videos did really well, and I was like, I'll just keep doing the same type of video, see if it gains me a following, and it did. And ironically, about 6 months prior to that, I had tried to do sports betting videos, thinking maybe Barstool would pick me up, and I did 2 or 3 sports betting videos. They didn't do well. Barstool didn't pick me up, and I was like, I'll give up on that one. That's way too massive of a company to ever discover me or find me or anything. So made the videos. They started doing well. Barstool DM'd me on Instagram probably 2 months into me seriously looking at TikTok as a career, and they're like, hey, want to hop on a call? Hopped on a call with Gaz. He was like, how does the internship sound? All of that. I said, sounds awesome, sounds better than I could imagine. And then he emailed me maybe 20 minutes later and was like, actually, instead of the internship, do you just want to work full time? I was, yep, works for me. So then I called my mom. I said, I'm doing TikTok. Sorry, I haven't told you that yet. And I'm also going to be moving halfway across the country to Chicago as soon as I graduate.
Damn. So did she have any idea that you were doing videos at the time?
Nope. My dad had found out about 2 months prior because one of my friends accidentally snitched on me to my dad. But I told him, do not tell mom, because my mom hates the screaming, cussing, all of that. She hates essentially, and my entire childhood prepped me to essentially not post what I ended up posting online. She's
What were
like,
you posting?
I mean, it's me screaming, cussing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking fat. Like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
I mean, just crazy shit coming out of my mouth that people thought was funny. My mom not being one of those people. And, but as soon as she heard that I was getting a job from it, she was like, well,
Fine.
you're 22 now. I tried for 10 years of your life to get you to not do this, but here we are.
Yeah, but up until that point, so you were a senior at that point?
Mm-hmm.
So what was that, first semester senior year?
Second semester.
So second semester. So up until that point, she thought you were coming home to do commercial real estate?
Yep.
And then she gets a call in like April?
Would have been, April.
Of last year?
March or April.
Or the year before?
When did I graduated 2024.
Yeah, so that was 2
I've been
years
here
ago
for
then.
like a year and a half
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Almost a year and a half.
Okay, that makes sense. To find out that you were going to move to have you ever been to Chicago before you moved here?
I had come to Chicago October of my senior year
Okay.
just for shits and giggles with one of my friends. no plan to move here. In fact, one of my things on TikTok, I had made a video being like, the two cities I'll never move to, Chicago and New York.
Really?
Absolutely not. Because didn't think I would be crazy about the city feel because I didn't grow up city living, and I also do still hate the cold, and so those were my two no-nos. But then once Barstool said New York or Chicago, I was like, well, I got to do one of them because I'm gonna be working for Barstool.
So you didn't like it, that October visit, or you just didn't like the cold?
I was okay with the city. It wasn't my favorite necessarily, but also it was a quick trip. We were here for like a weekend, so I didn't do all that much exploring.
Got it.
So it was fine to me.
Got it. Do you like it now?
I do like it now. I still think eventually later in life I'd love to be back in Southern California. That's where my friends and family primarily are. Everybody I know is on the West Coast essentially. So I would like to be back there, but I do love Chicago, and I think this is a great spot for mid-20s.
Yeah, no, that I've never had that experience where I was like super far away from everyone during everything. I mean, I guess going to college, but that doesn't really count. Everyone does that. Because what was your drive to U of A to Orange County? Or did you fly?
It was like a 6 or 7 hour drive, but I only really drove if I was moving in or moving out every year. But when I came home for Christmas and stuff, I took an hour and a half long flight.
Okay. All right, that makes sense then. So then you say you're gonna move, and then like, was it a no-brainer? Like, did you know then, like, that you wanted to do? I mean, that's still quite the leap, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, still, even now, I still feel like a little bit lost in the content world because that wasn't it was literally me posting videos for my own entertainment and people being like, I really like this. It was never a set, okay, this is how my life is going to go, and I'm really looking at it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you made the videos more because you thought they were funny, not because you thought they were going to go anywhere. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. And then it just like went somewhere.
Yeah.
So then it like the content world chose you. You didn't choose it. In a sense.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, that happens, I think.
Yeah.
I think that happens to people more than they realize. I think you just post something and when something sticks, it's like, oh, fuck, now I'm in deep and I didn't even intend to get here. Even though I think most people obviously are trying to get here.
Well, and that's what I think, not confuse it. Confuses isn't the right word. Like, that's almost why I feel lost, is because so many people here have actively looked into doing media and wanted to be doing media, and that was never a thought that crossed my mind. It wasn't a hard no, it was just didn't cross my mind as an option until I was essentially thrown into it. So it was like, oh fuck, what do I do? Do I do skits? But skits isn't really my style. Do I do a podcast? Like, maybe that's the way to go. So I feel like I'm still trying to find my footing in the media world.
No, yeah, and I think that's understandable, and I think that's something that people have to understand more, because if you think about it, you just made a couple videos in your fucking college house that went a little viral. You got hired. And now you get here, it's like you're expected to be sometimes a writer, sometimes a podcaster, sometimes like a long form video creator, sometimes like making merchandise. And it's like you get thrown all this, and it's awesome, and it's a great place to kind of hit the ground running and really like fail and kind of learn shit. But I mean, you didn't know how to do any of that, right? Nope. So like I that's when I think sometimes new people can kind of people can kind of be rough on them and hard on them. And I don't think people understand that. Like, you guys are all thrown into something that you didn't really know how to do and you never were trained how to do.
Nope. But I mean, the flip side of it is, no matter what, I know what I signed up for.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I put my life online.
Yeah.
I know that comes with people critiquing and having things to say.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I could see sometimes with newer people, and when they first get here, and it's just kind of they will just kind of maybe sit at their desk and kind of keep to themselves, and then they always get like there's always like a thing where it's like Barstool, there's like a sector of Barstool fans like, oh, what are they doing? And it's like, well, let them figure it out. There's a lot of new things that they don't really know what they're getting into, and I think that's why a lot of it comes down to effort and like kind of what you're trying.
Yeah.
You know?
What I do really love about Barstool is how many different forms of media, between would have never thought a a live stream that's all throughout the night would be as successful as it is, and then you see it happening in front of you, things like that. It's like, holy shit, there's a lot of different forms of media coming out of one building. And I think a lot of the girls my age do TikTok, and then they do their YouTube vlogs, and so that's all I really knew and understood how to do. So now it's like, oh wow, there's a lot I can do here.
Yeah. Do you enjoy it?
I love it.
You do?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you're like, you fully are all in on being a content creator.
Yeah.
Got
Well, I also think, I mean, I've spent so much time screaming cussing on the internet that it's like, if I do want to go to corporate America, it's not looking good for me.
Yeah, but like you could be commercial real estate with this. I think it would help you.
You think?
Oh yeah. For
I'd
sure.
I'd really prefer to not do that.
Yeah,
I'd really prefer to stay here, but
Do you ever have thoughts of like sometimes you just want to go do that and like walk away from it?
no.
No. Okay.
I mean, it's crossed my mind. I think it happens to everyone where sometimes you get 24 hours of a lot of hate for whatever clip. And I mean, I've said things that I knew were going to stir the pot, and you just get pounded so hard that occasionally it happens, probably once every 2 or 3 months, where I'm like, it's not even worth it. The comments are eating me alive. My mental health is shit. And then 48 hours later, I'm like, this is the best job in the world. What am I bitching about to myself?
Yeah. I think everyone goes in those.
Yeah.
Goes in those like ebbs and flows for
For
sure.
sure.
Going back, like, would you say people are surprised at what you're doing now? Like, who knew you back then?
No. So I actually, when Barstool hired me, the first thing I did was email one of my high school teachers, because a lot of my teachers hated me because I've always been very outspoken, if I'm thinking something, it's gonna come out of my mouth. Unfortunately, probably one of my flaws. So I had some teachers that hated me, some teachers that loved me. All of my friends are like, yes, this makes a lot of sense for you to do. And the teacher that I had emailed, I was like, this is what I'm doing for a living, I just had to update you. And he was like, that is the most you job you could possibly
Really?
have, is just you yapping and talking. Like, my
Okay.
teachers thought I was funny. It's just on my report cards it was always talks too much, I got in trouble for talking to the teacher too much. Like, I just, anybody around I talk to.
Okay, but do you feel like sometimes, I think I guess you could say you've been known maybe to have like a bombastic type of personality?
Yeah.
So you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that truly identifies with who you are though?
I don't know.
Because I don't think so.
I think I'm a lot nicer than I present. Like, I definitely have my blowout moments, but I think majority of the time I'm pretty go with the flow.
Yeah, like that's why I asked you that, because I think, and listen, I think like you're not one thing. Everyone has multiple sides of them, you know, whether you're in one mood or the other. But I would say if most people saw you on the outside and like some of your biggest clips or stuff like that, but I would say like you're a really like strong mannered, like nice person off.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm very grateful for, I think, okay, also I'm an only child, and my parents are very like corporate America. Like, mom was a lawyer, dad businessman, so I was raised on, you shake hands, you say thank you, you say please. That's like, that was pounded into my head growing up. So I do pride myself in the manners and being polite and having conversations with people and all of that. And then but also at the same time, I grew up with my mom being like, that jacket's ugly, take it off. And I was like, well, that was rude, no thanks. And so that's, I think, where I got that side of my personality, where it comes off, I see why it comes off rude sometimes, but majority of the time that's just all I know. Is like, if someone were to say that to me, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but I would say I agree. I think they did a really good job with that side of you, because you are, you know, very, like I said, very strong mannered, and you will always kind of do that.
Thank you.
Like with, you know, people here or wherever.
Yeah.
And I think people probably don't know that about you. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Austin the other day, and Jenks has told me the same thing. Megan and Caitlin and Paige all told me the same thing. They're like, we all thought that we would fucking hate you coming in. We thought you were going to be the biggest bitch. We already had our minds made up about you. We didn't even want to make an effort to essentially get to know you. And then come to find out you're not walking around being a raging bitch all day. I was like, no.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, I would say that's all fair. That's all valid and accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Does that bother you that that's a perception of you?
Yes, it bothers me, but that's a perception of me. However, that is a perception I've created myself, and I'm well aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
But and it goes back to the just getting thrown into content and throwing myself into content. It was all of my viral videos are me screaming, yelling, and I wish that wasn't the case, but it is, and that's what works for me. So that's how I ended up being a screaming, yelling TikToker, essentially.
Are you worried that that's like what you're going to fall into and you don't want to do that? Do you want to do different things, or do you not care? Like, hey, that's what I do and whatever.
I would like to be more lifestyle influencer. Like, I would like to get to a point where women online are invested in my clothing and my dating life, and they're invested in like me as a person rather than the one-off videos of me screaming, yelling, because I also think those don't necessarily help. Like, from a personal brand standpoint, that doesn't do anything for me. Gets me a few thousand followers, but that's about it.
Yeah, you want them to like identify with like who you actually are.
Yeah.
Not like a short clip.
Yeah.
So is that like kind of the goal of your podcast and everything?
Yeah, I think long form content helps humanize me a little bit in terms of okay, not a constant crash out. But then I guess I like the most 2 weeks ago, Nick and I filmed an episode of the podcast, and that was a whole hour-long crash out. So I'm like, well, maybe I do go a different direction in terms of...
No, but I think that's fine. Like, I think everyone has, like, at the end of the day, if you are in front of a microphone or in front of a camera enough, like, you're going to have your bad moments. Like, that's the thing about this place. It's like... It's inevitable.
Well, and you know what I think is interesting about Barstool is, I mean, obviously everybody's so supportive, everybody's so loving, caring, but when you have blow up bad moments, you almost get rewarded more for that. If that makes sense. You're getting posted more on Barstool's main page, you're getting posted more on Viva, all of that. You have all those benefits when you have really bad crash outs almost. You look at Rico, what do you see online of him when he's about to get into a physical fight? That's what's posted of him.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, so it's a balancing game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a reason why people like to watch people going insane on reality TV, right? Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, speaking of, you did a show this year.
Yeah.
Is that like the few? Like, do you really enjoy that aspect or no?
I feel bad saying this because I'm so grateful, and from a business standpoint, from a personal brand standpoint, I loved doing it. Now, for my mental health, was it great? No, that was literally 2 weeks after coming back from that. That was my first time seeing a psychologist, because I'm like, really? Something's like it was it I think the live feedback, and for me, it was almost knowing that people are watching every single move of mine. Then I start thinking about, well, what are people's reactions to this going to be, instead of just doing things the way I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm. So you think it's good to read live feedback instead of just being yourself?
No, I don't think it's good, but I think I'm such a nosy person that I was like, I have to know what people are saying or thinking. Yeah. Which was kind of my downfall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think everyone falls into that.
Yeah, for sure.
Some regard, for sure. But.
I mean, it's just anybody in media, people are commenting on you. It's almost like people always say, oh, I wish I could know what someone was thinking about me. We can know. If I go to the comments, I know what people are thinking about me. So it's like, it's just way too easy for me to look at that.
And it feels a lot more personal because it's actually, your content is you. Like, like for everyone on the beach house, not just saying you in particular, but it's like, it almost feels like they're criticizing you as a person rather than and I don't think people are even doing that knowingly. And like, some are obviously vicious to be vicious, and that's just, a sector of the population. But I think a lot of people are just watching a show and having conversation and,
Well, and that's the other thing is, I mean, I watch reality shows and I'm like, oh, I hate that character. I hate that character. That one's a bitch. And you have those thoughts about someone, but if I were to see them in person, I would be like, oh, they're nice. And that's how other people online are, where they comment thinking that we're not going to see it or thinking that we're not actually paying attention to it when we are. So it's like, would they actually be mean to me in person? Absolutely not. I don't think they'd have any issue with me in person. But since we are on a reality show, they do have commentary.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just making comments like with not your virtual, I don't want to say friends, but like if you had a conversation with your girlfriends and like it was transcribed and just put on into text on the internet behind like random accounts, you'd be like, oh, fuck, that's way more mean than the conversation I just had with my friends in person.
Yeah. Yep.
You know? So it's kind of just the way it's presented.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
I would say. Would you do it again?
You know this.
Well,
I wanted to do Spring Break House, and that's just purely from, I think part of me is mad about how I did Summer House, so I'd love to go back and do Spring Break House the way I think I should have done Summer House. But the other aspect is personal brand standpoint. I think it helps show that I'm a little more cool, calm, and collected than I can appear at times.
But why? What do you like? But I thought you said you didn't like how you were reacting to things. Like, don't you think if you just went on this, you would be reacting to change how you were from then?
I would try to not read any of the comments, and I don't. The other hard part for me, I think, is having Nick in there. I mean, that's just difficult. You go in with an ex knowing that ex can be a bit slutty, and so that's what you're like prepared for. So I don't know. I'd have to really think. I mean, I don't think it's on the table for me, Spring Break House, but I would have to really think about it and honestly probably see a therapist beforehand.
Yeah. So like, is that kind of fucking you up knowing that like how that's the path that sent you down, but you still want more of it? Or what's your...
Yeah, I don't know. I spiral and I go back and forth, and I feel like I almost think about it so much that I have so many different opinions on it that it makes it hard to accurately explain everything I think and feel.
Yeah, no, I got you. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe it's like you want redemption from reacting to how you read some of the feedback towards your performance, and you just want to be you.
Yeah.
Rather than a version of you that is reacting to feedback.
Yeah.
Not a version of you that is going to be reacting to feedback in real time.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
I said that. I said feedback like 18 million times. But no, that's interesting. Are you going to be worried about him going on there?
No, I don't. I mean, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and I've already kind of decided I'm probably not gonna watch Spring Break House. I just don't think it's healthy for me from a mental standpoint. But I mean, I'm sure I'll see the viral clips. And I'm excited for them. I mean, they are the cast that they have so far is an electric cast.
Has it been announced yet or no?
He said, well, I mean, Dave talked about Rico, Ronnie Deutsch, Ella, Kadick, Nick, and I mean, between the five of them, I don't know who else is going to be on it, but that is a great cast for
sure.
a show like that.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's interesting. And then so you're who would you say you're like closest with from The Office?
Nick and I are very close, and then Hannah.
Yeah, and then, so what is that? Are you kind of sick of being like labeled as like a twosome, or do you like want at some point to be like completely independent of content outside of Nick, or like are you like, hey, this is a storyline that was widely popular, so let's kind of see what happens?
Nick and I have talked about this. I think it's in the best interest of both of us to be separate from one another. But with things like the podcast, we just filmed an episode Monday, and we just have such great banter at times that it's like it is funny when we're together, and we can bring out the best in each other's personalities, I think. So I think it helps us and it hurts us. But eventually down the road, I think we'd like to be separate.
What was something that was said or something you read that you're like, hey, that was not a fair critique of like my performance or my like personality on the show? Like what's something that like really was like, hey, like I think I got a raw deal on that?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with any of the critique.
Mhm.
I mean, there's obviously things.
And I don't know what the
physical...
critique is, to be clear.
Yeah.
I didn't read anything like that.
I mean, obviously people have comments on physical appearance, but that comes with everything. And then I don't know. I think people have a certain assumption about the way Nick and I operate, and sometimes it'll be, oh, she's such a bitch to him, he deserves better, and then sometimes it's she deserves so much better, he's like a child, where it's like we're not getting back together, but like we have like a good friendship, borderline best friend relationship that works for us. So I think it gets frustrating hearing people's opinions on our relationship and how we operate.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I think is really like, oh, I wish I could have 20 minutes to explain this and make it make sense to other people.
No, I get it. I mean, I don't know. You work together, you're friends, but you're also obviously have some type of attraction. So
Yeah.
it's like it gets very,
Yeah, we put ourselves in a messy situation.
it gets very convoluted for sure.
Yeah.
What are you like mostly interested in outside, like just in general? Like before your 9 o'clock bedtime, like what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm watching documentaries and beating bracelets.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What kind of docs do you watch?
I watch the most random documentaries. There was one I watched about, forget what it was called. A dad tried to make a flying saucer UFO and he thought the kid got stuck in it.
Yeah.
I love all the shit like that. I love murder documentaries. I watched a lot of those. I listen to a lot of crime podcasts. I'm a big crime fan.
Okay. Nice.
Which that's another one. My mom hates that I like crime. She's like, that's not good for your mental health. You don't need to see a therapist. You need to stop watching people killing people. I'm like, well,
but that's like
that's
you
fair.
and like so many women in America that
Yep.
love that shit. There's a reason why they make so much content out of that. I mean, I used to do a podcast on it. Okay. No, I just watched that UFO one. I think that kid I think that was a lie.
The whole thing was weird.
Yeah.
The dad was a weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I could be wrong because I know they said that they asked the kid the question about hiding up there or whatever, and I heard it was misinterpreted wrong, but I don't know.
Something's fishy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah.
No, that's we probably watched a lot of the same shit then. 'Cause I
Probably.
love those too.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the new one? It's infuriating though. The Perfect Neighbor.
Yes, I know for a fact I did, but I feel like remind me.
It was infuriating. It was about
Yes. Wait, the woman who shot through the door. I hated that woman with every bone in my body. She was the worst human being ever.
The worst.
Oh, I posted on my Instagram story about that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is one of the most aggravating women I've ever seen.
I know. Yeah. I posted on Twitter. I was like, this is infuriating to watch.
I knew she was going to be a problem when she was bitching about the kids playing.
No, for sure. And then it was an interesting way they did it all because it was all body cam footage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I'd never seen like a doc like that, even though I will like go through like YouTube rabbit holes of those. Do you ever watch that stuff on YouTube or no?
Not really.
Like body cam stuff like that?
Not on YouTube.
So it's like, you knew initially that like where this was heading, especially because they opened with someone getting shot. But when they said that lady died, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, okay, my theory on it was I thought one of the other neighbors was going to get fed up with her and shoot her. So that's the way I thought it was going to end.
Okay.
When I found out she was the one who shot through a door and shot, I don't think it's a spoiler, but shot a mother. I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't get worse.
No, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
I like that's the most like jaw dropped I've been by a doc in a while.
Yeah.
And it was a big news story. I don't know how I don't remember it, but sorry, we kind of just spoiled it for you. But if you haven't watched that one, still, if you watch it, you'll be. Did you see it, Lance?
I did. It's infuriating. Yeah, it definitely is. The saddest part is when the father has to get all the kids and tell them what just happened.
Yeah.
That their mom didn't make it. That's
Terrible.
sad as hell.
That's the word.
There's another one. Have you seen, I want to put everyone onto it. I don't remember the name. It's a woman who cyberbullied her daughter.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Holy shit. That one's just as crazy.
That one's wild.
If not more crazy to me.
Yeah, that's just a mentally ill woman.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you think you have only child syndrome?
What is only child syndrome?
Like where, like obviously you didn't have to share your toys, you didn't have to really look out for anyone, so you just kind of look out for you.
I don't think so, but I do think I have some only child tendencies.
Okay.
I'm very weird about my personal space. I'm not a big hugger. I can't share beds with people. Like, I will literally, if there is a queen size bed and I either share that bed or sleep on the floor, 10 out of 10 times I'm sleeping on the floor and giving someone the full queen bed because I can't be that close to someone
Really?
in a bed.
So like even if you went to New Orleans with Hannah, like if you guys got stuck in a one bed, you would sleep on the floor.
I'd sleep on the floor. Me and my friends, we went to Hawaii my senior year. I slept on, I'll have to show you a picture after. I slept on the kitchen floor on hardwood tile in between the island and the fridge.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Okay. You like your personal space.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, I try to make it not anyone's issue. Thus the reason I end up being the one sleeping on the floor because I know it's a weird thing for me,
Yeah.
but it's very only child of me.
But I mean, I would say kind of a little bit opposite though, because I think someone would like kind of fight and be like, "Hey, I should get to bed." So you're not being selfish at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. Like I try to make it easiest for everyone
Mm-hmm.
because I know I have weird things like that.
So you don't like the guy who asks you for a hug,
What?
like the hug, the "Where's my hug" guy?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's valid. That's very valid. No, I wouldn't say that's too only child-ish. I mean, it is from an extent where you want your space, but if you're the one that takes, you sacrifice yourself, like that's
Yeah.
fine. I get that. And were you in a sorority at U of A?
I was in a sorority for 2 years and then I dropped out of the sorority. Greek life was not for me and I knew that going into college.
Do you have a lot of girlfriends?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my best friends are still in Scottsdale pretty much. Cuz University of Arizona is in Tucson. Most people don't stay in Tucson. They go to Phoenix, which is closer to ASU's campus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have probably 4 of my best friends there.
Okay. Are they enjoying watching you and like the stuff you do?
Yeah, and it's funny, like even when we were doing Beach House, they would text me, "What the hell is this clip that just came out? Why are you doing this?" And so they follow along with everything.
Now, did that ever fuck you up?
No.
No?
No.
You appreciate that?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe it unknowingly fucks you up?
Like my friends,
Not in a bad way, but like you might react to something and it might inhibit your ability to
no.
do something genuinely that you wouldn't think twice of,
Like I just my friends have always had commentary on my life.
Yeah.
So it's like you guys know what you're getting with me.
What's like their main commentary? Like what were they not shocked about?
They weren't super shocked about Nick and I hanging out again, hooking up, however you want to phrase it, but they definitely weren't stoked on it when that came out on Beach House. They were like, okay, what the fuck? Because that was tendency with guys in college as well. Like, guys, I mean, Nick's not a shitty guy, but it was like shitty guys in college. And at the time at Beach House, he was appearing to be on the shittier end of things.
Yeah.
And so they were like, really, we're doing this again?
Uh-huh. So they were okay. Are they mostly like supportive of it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing with my friends are the same way where they'll tell me that's stupid as fuck, that's annoying as fuck, don't do that. And that's just how we talk to each other. And we're always going to be so supportive, but they will push me to be, not to be too deep and dramatic, but they do push me to be a better version of myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Kind of who you want to surround yourself by, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tough love.
Yeah. No, and it's hard because like even like when I was like thinking of stuff to write down and everything, it's like I could imagine you guys are tired of talking about this shit to a degree.
Like, not really.
No.
I mean,
You
I
deal
think
with it.
I think from an audience standpoint, sometimes I'm like, oh, I bet the audience is sick of hearing about this, or they're sick of hearing about, I mean, a lot of people, Nick and I, when we post videos together, they still do really, really well, but still in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, we did only date for a month. I'm well aware of that. This is getting drawn out at this point.
Now, were you always the girl who had kind of boy issues or no?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
No,
I was
it's
gonna
fine.
try to figure out how to phrase that.
I
to
mean,
make
phrase it
myself
how you
sound
want.
better.
Don't let me. But yes, you would say so.
Yeah, it was some of the worst guys ever. Really hot, smoking hot, but really shitty guys. And I had a tendency to stick around for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like not good situations.
No.
No. Have any of them reached out since you've kind of gotten to the limelight a little bit?
I actually was thinking about this the other day. I've stayed very close with, not very close. I've stayed friends with or friendly with pretty much everyone from my past. So like, yes, they have reached out and it's been, hey, I see you. Like it goes back to, they all think it makes a lot of sense for me to be working here and be doing what I'm doing.
So interesting. Like there's like these two sides of you in a sense.
Yeah.
Which like I said, I know everyone does. Like not everyone is their persona that they put out. I don't think most people are not.
But
Right?
it's weird because I think people have bits or they do certain things online. Like Hannah does the POVs or Mubi, she does the chicken Caesar salad
Yeah.
and people know it's a bit. But when I get online, it's not necessarily a bit. It's more just internal thoughts that probably shouldn't be said out loud.
Yeah.
It's just when I'm alone and I'm bored and I'm worked up in a frenzy about something.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your character is harder to know when you're slipping in and out of reality,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
yeah,
people ask me, is it a bit? I'm like, not like really, but also when you talk to me, I know I'm not like that.
is
So
it frustrating though that like you get that label and like some of the other girls don't?
I think it's hard to not compare yourself to other people. So yes, it does get frustrating to be like, okay, I know who I am as a person. I know I'm not this horrible monster that, comments here or there will make you out to be. Or it's like, oh, well, why is it that if I said the exact same thing, I think it would be perceived awfully versus someone else says it and it's perceived really well type of thing that I get frustrated with.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that for sure. So then the future, like you said, like you just want it to be like more like know the personality of Annika, like know about your fashion and kind of what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that'd be cool. I think that's a good lane for you.
But I mean, that's the thing is Barstool going to push a video of me, which I'm not saying I necessarily need Barstool to push anything, but are they going to push a video of me talking about my outfit? No. Are they going to push a video of me having a massive blow up? Yes.
For sure. For sure. But I think if you get enough out there and once you have like a full body of like content out there like that, then people understand. It's like, oh, like, she's the girl with the fuck. What kind of jeans did you draft?
Straight leg, low rise.
Yeah, and the Dior,
Dark wash.
Yeah, dark wash
jeans,
and the Dior shirts. Like that's her. Like most of the time, but then once in a while she pops off.
Yeah,
she's like, that's mostly her.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Do you think you have any like bitsy things, or have you always been just podcast yourself?
Any bitsy things?
And do you think you're perceived accurately online?
I guess. I mean, I think I wouldn't say there's anything. I don't know. What do you think, Lance? Is there anything that's?
I think, and I don't know if you could call it a bit, but I think when we get you in the right environment, like a Bears tailgate, you kind of become that Da Bears like Chicago man a little bit. You become a little slightly more like And I don't know if that's a bit. It's just that's like who your online persona is.
Yeah, I think it's perpetuated by where I'm at too.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
If I'm around like my dad and his friends and all the like, some like real hardcore Chicagoans, like then it really comes out.
Yeah.
More. If I'm animated, if I'm angry, like of course it comes out more like, when I'm.
Yeah, it comes out in like the Bears rants that kind of comes out a little bit,
for sure. So
Yeah.
I would just say it's like it's more buried in different parts of my of my personality.
Or like when you saw shrimp at the tailgate, there's little things where that Chicago man, wow, shrimp at a tailgate.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, for sure. But like, no, I would say it's, pretty chill.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lance, did I get that
I
right?
think you've done a good job of being quite authentically yourself and created like an online persona that is pretty genuine to you. Like you do have a sweet garage that you do like to have the block party on, like, and the shrimp at the tailgate fires you up, I think it's true.
Yeah, I'm actually an easily amused person, and I do get great joy out of talking to random people. Like I've always been like that's the thing. Like that's kind of like early inception of this show. Like that's what really made it take off. Is I would talk to regular people.
Yeah.
Like I've had on Big John the mailman, who's like a recurring character, and he was just a mailman I had on the show. How
did that come about?
I had always thought I knew, like, listen, there's a million podcasts. I knew, like, my podcast had to be different if I wanted it to go anywhere,
Yeah.
And I knew that I was interested in these people. Like, I was always like a mailman. I was like, I want to know, like, what's the weirdest thing he's ever found in a mailbox, It's a dead cat, by the way. Yeah, fucked up. Not great, but that's what he said. And I was always like, if I'm interested in it, there's got to be people who might find it interesting too. So I always try to find like the story that like no one's really thinking about, you know? And I knew, like, I think like the third week of this show, I went across the street from our old office and I got the Burger King manager from the back and I brought him into our studio and I did a show with him.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. And like, I don't do it as much anymore just because things have changed so much. And, it's... Ultimately, it was the drafts that made this show take off and whatnot. But like that's initially like how I kind of got the grassroots and stuff like that. And I genuinely would be doing that stuff off air.
Yeah.
Like my friends, like if we were sitting at a bar and I asked a guy a question, he's like, "Oh, I'm like he dropped like a fact, like I'm a yo-yo master." My friends would roll their eyes and be like, "We're going to be here for 3 more hours," because I'm just going to be talking to him, like genuinely asking questions.
Yeah.
Like that, like for instance, that dodgeball stream, like that, like I don't know if you heard any of the broadcast, but there was a guy in the broadcast, his name was Tony Stumpo, and I was like, A, I was fascinated with his name, and B, like how passionate and how into dodgeball he was.
Yeah.
I was enamored by the guy.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is amazing. He cares so. I just wanted to know everything about like his love for dodgeball.
I don't think I'm nearly on your level, but I'm the same way. We had actors in here for one of the I think it was Devil's Reserve, one of the commercials they did in the office. I had a million questions for them. The actual dodgeball players, I had a million questions for them. I'm like, this is odd. This is different. How do you fall into this?
Yes. So that's kind of where I would say that's definitely something that's always just been me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Long answer, but you get what I'm
Love
saying.
long answers.
Yeah. All right then. I think we've covered a lot. Is there anything like people don't know about you that you never talked about that you're like, this is like, I don't want to say fun fact because I hate that question, but do you have anything like that? Or people will be surprised to know? What are you beading also? Like just bracelets?
Yeah.
For who?
Myself. I bead bracelets. I'll bead just literal long strands of beads. They're the little tiny micro beads though. They're really, really small. I could fit probably 20 in between my fingers. They're that small. And I just sit there. It's like therapy for me. Mm-hmm. Just brings me back down to earth.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Just like really calm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anything people don't know about me? I think one thing that I don't talk about all that much, I really am an open book, but one of the things I think I don't talk about enough is how much I'm always in my head and thinking. I think about every aspect of literally everything going on at all times, to the point where it's almost like, I don't want to say exhausting, but it's like, holy shit, I don't think I'm meant to be thinking this much about everything around me and the way I have relationships with people. So I think that's probably one of the more interesting things about me that friends and family have told me, like, you do a lot of really deep thinking when it comes to yourself and relationships in general. Not romantic relationships, just person relationships.
Like you're not a person who can like shut the brain off?
No.
Even when you're beating, or are you just thinking about a million things?
I'm thinking about a million things. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. When the thoughts are swirling, it's tough.
Yeah. And I'm very bouncy in my own head.
That's why I love movies. I love going to the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the one place where like it's dark in there. There's a clear direction that I'm facing and my attention is toward. Like I could put my phone away.
Yeah.
I'm just like at peace for 2 hours. Most of the time. Sometimes when I go in and it's like, oh shit, I got shit to do. And I'm like, I'm not even fucking paying attention to this movie sometimes. But I love that.
I don't have the attention span for a movie.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, even I'll go on walks and I put my phone in my pocket and I'll turn on one of my true crime podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be halfway through the podcast and realize that I haven't heard a single thing that they said.
Yeah, I do that shit too. I'm a big like beep, 15 back, 15
Yep,
back.
yep.
Yeah. Or like if I was, that's why I wish I could read more, but big like reread the page 8 times.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
Until, yeah. So I get you. All right then. So when does Friends No Benefits?
Mm-hmm.
When does that come out?
We had an episode come out yesterday morning. So every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. Central Time.
Cool. And then anything else like regularly or just kind of like TikToks and like social media?
TikToks every day. Other than that, just
and watch you guys are doing like, is this like the Devil Reserve thing? Is that like a full tour? Like you guys doing more stops or no?
So we just did 2 for Devil's Reserve, and then we actually leave Thursday for Best College Town Party and Sun Cruiser.
Okay.
So we're double dipping in Texas this weekend.
Nice.
2 nights of parties.
There you go.
Oh no, I have to party for my job.
Are you enjoying that?
Love it.
Yeah.
We have so much fun.
Now people are going to know, though. If they see your ass yawning at 9 o'clock, they're like, oh, dude, she's done. She's about to call it.
Well, you know what my other thing is?
Yeah.
I get hiccups every time I'm drunk.
Really?
And I've never once thrown up from hiccups. However, every time I get into an Uber, they're like, you're going to throw up. I can't let you. You're going to throw up. I'm like, I promise I'm not going to throw up.
No, how many Ubers have you been thrown out of?
3 or 4.
That's crazy.
Literally from hiccups. I swear to
Really?
God, I have never once thrown up from hiccups. But yeah, the Ubers tend to not be happy with the hiccups.
You've truly never thrown up from hiccups?
No, swear. Never.
That's crazy, though, because I guess if someone had the hiccups and they're drinking, I wouldn't assume they're going to throw up. They must got some deep experience with hiccup pukers.
Yeah.
You guys, as listeners, can someone let me know if they're a hiccup puker?
I don't know if it's like I think it's because it almost sounds like a gag. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're getting thrown up at the gag. Maybe they don't even know you have the hiccups. I think you're getting
They know it's the hiccups.
Yeah.
They just aren't a fan.
I got a friend who got kicked out of an Uber for burping in his mask. Like this was mid-COVID and he burped. And there's a lot of them out. Like, no, you're going to puke. It's like, dude, I just burped. Like, let me
Promise
burp.
I'm not going to puke. Yeah.
Let me burp. He's like, I was like arguing with this Uber for like 10 minutes for trying to kick me out for burping.
The Uber drivers are probably all scarred from the one time that someone threw up in their car. And I don't blame them. I'd be scarred too if someone threw up in my car.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Uber drivers.
I was talking to one of them. They only get like $150 if you throw up in their Uber. I'm like, that's ridiculous. If you have to clean your entire car and it reeks of puke,
yeah,
you should be getting a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. But it's a good fee. Kinda. I mean, I know they're not making that much money.
Yeah.
Like that, I don't know.
You could not pay me enough to have someone else throw up
a little puke
in my car.
Just like a little, like a spit up.
That's something that'll make me throw up. Any other throw up around or any
You'll just let it go?
Yep.
No, I get it. There's a lot of people who puke from seeing they puke. All right, Annika, I'm excited to see it all. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, appreciate it. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.